Are you getting ready to go fishing for the first time? Well, I'm pretty sure you probably got a few questions. Well, I'm going to go over some of those basic questions that people ask frequently and hopefully give you guys the best chance to get started on the right foot. So stay tuned. I hope you guys enjoy. So the first question that usually arises is, do I need a boat to go fishing? Well, in short, no, you definitely don't need a boat. I travel the country and don't have access to a boat, and most of the fishing that I do is all on shore. Occasionally there is a person that I do run into that offers to take me out, and I take advantage of that and we do that, but you absolutely do not need a boat. There are lots of opportunities that you guys can do offshore fishing. I would focus on bridges, rivers, and parks around your area. What I typically do is find areas and then try to find access points to them. But there's a lot of things that you have to do before you go to these areas and fish, and I'm going to show you that on the next question. Another question people ask is fishing access. Where can I go? Well, that's an excellent question. And being that I travel all over the country, I'm going to show you how I find fishing access in areas where I'm going to be staying at. I'm going to use Alabama as an illustration. So before we came to Arizona, we were in Montgomery, Alabama, and obviously an unfamiliar place that I've never visited before. And the first thing that I did was get onto just your regular maps, and I pull up Montgomery, Alabama. After I do that, I change, I hit this little button on the top right here. You hit that. I change it to default and then close it out. And now what that's going to do is that's going to bring up all the water that's in blue. So what I start doing is I start searching those areas, start looking where the water's at and see what's around that water. Once I zoom into a specific location, I'll switch it back. I'll switch it back to satellite mode. It'll show me buildings, street views, parks, and whatnot. So I use that to find out access points to rivers, lakes, oceans, whatever the case may be. It could even be ponds between businesses and stuff, because I've done that too in Montgomery as well. So what you want to do is, once you find these areas, I drive over to them and I scout them out. It's, you know, you got to put in that work. Just go scout them out, make sure there's spots maybe other people have fished before, make sure there's no trespassing signs, you know, things of that nature. Find those spots. And if it's a river system or a pond or whatever, I use fishing apps as well. I look up that specific location on the fishing app and zoom in, and it'll tell me exactly what type of fish are in there, what people are catching, and I use all that information to see what I'm going to go after in that water system. So yeah, it's very simple. You just got to put in a little bit of work, and then obviously the footwork in scouting these areas before you go out. So I hope this helps you. Now we're going to go to the next question. Another question that people ask frequently is, will I have to travel far to fish? Well, that just depends on where you are located. Some places like Arizona, what other states were we in? Let me see. Man, I can't really think of a lot of states, so probably not. But Arizona for sure. Sometimes, a lot of times in Arizona, you got to travel quite a ways to go fishing for quality fishing, like big lakes. I'm not talking about the inner city pay ponds or the inner city parks that do stocking. Yeah, those are great opportunities too that arise in Arizona for people that can't get out there, and they're fun and have loads of fish. But I'm talking about big bodies of water like Lake Pleasant, Watson Lake, you know, Bear Creek, different places like that. For a lot of people is not reachable. But in a lot of places with all these programs going on, like for instance here in the state of Arizona, they have provided many parks with man-made ponds, and they stock them with trout, bass, and catfish. There's bluegill, carp, And those are spread out through a lot of inner cities, and they're programs that the fisheries departments put place to give access for people like you, easier access to fishing. So there are a lot of states that are very involved in these programs, and they're almost everywhere that I've been so far. I've never had a problem finding places to fish in the traveling in the last 3 years that I've been doing it. Fishing everywhere that I have been, there's been abundance of access to fishing, so I didn't find that to be a problem at all. So all you got to do is check on websites or do your little research like I showed in the previous question, and you'll be on your way. Another common question that is frequently asked is, are all parks allowed to be fished at? Well, no. There was a park in Montgomery, Alabama that I went to that had a few ponds on it. Only one pond was allowed to be fished on that park, and the other ponds were not allowed. And then there was another park, there was no fishing allowed at all. And the reason for that a lot of times is probably due to water quality, or they just don't want the park messed up from people leaving trash and fishing gear and stuff like that. Happens a lot. Not all parks allow fishing, so make sure you check your regulations before you go to that park and fish. All right, guys, I'm just going to go over 2 more questions for the first part of this series, and if you guys want to see the rest of the series, come back and I'll have that video posted up shortly. Anyways, the next question: do I need a fishing license? Is a fishing license required? Yes. This should not be a question that should even be asked. This is a no-brainer. All states require a fishing license. However, there is an exception, and that exception being that most states, if not all of them, I'm pretty sure all of them do, that have a fishing program, have a free fishing weekend. Some states have 1, some states have 2. Whatever state you live in, you can find that out. That is the only time that you guys are not required to have a fishing license. There, in some states, there's certain age groups that don't have to have a license. Sometimes it's 16 and under. Other states are 17 and under. So you just got to check your local laws to find out how old you have to be in order to have that fishing license requirement. So yes, in short, a fishing license is required to fish. Now the last and final question: how much does it cost if I'm just starting out? Well, if you absolutely don't have anything and you wanted to go out and go fishing for something simple, let's say like brim, panfish, also known as panfish, you can go to Wally World and you can find everything you need from anywhere between 20 to 30 bucks just to get started. They do have a lot of combos, combo fishing reels that have panfish kits that go along with them. You don't have to go crazy with what you're getting. If you really wanted to, you could start off with the $12.99 Barbie pole, Spider-Man pole, whatever you want, and you can catch good fish with that. But if you don't want to go that route, yes, definitely you can buy a reel combo, a spinning reel combo, or even those Rhino bait, not bait casters, but they're casting reels, the old school push button reels. You could buy a combo with that as well. There's very many options. Wally World is the place to go for something like that, if you want to just go out there and spend 20-30 bucks just to get started. So yeah, it's not very expensive. And as you get better and you want to improve and do more fishing, you can upgrade from there. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this question and answer. I hope it was beneficial for you. If you would like to see the remaining questions that come up, that'll be in the next video. Until then, if you guys would please like and subscribe, hit that notifications bell so you don't miss another episode. If you guys have any questions, leave a comment, and your comment is highlighted if you buy stickers, and that helps me to continue doing these videos that I provide for you guys, that would be much appreciated. And any money that I get from you guys is also going to go towards me improving my video quality. My first purchase goal would be a drone. So if you guys would like to help me out with that, you could definitely purchase a sticker, leave a comment. You'll get a shout out. You could also go to my Cash App, which is $ Morales Outdoors, capital M, capital O, and that would be very much appreciated. Like I said, my goal is to make these videos better, more scenic, more interesting, and different equipment can help bring that to light. So I really appreciate each and every one of you. Once again, thank you for joining, and stay tuned for that next video. Until then, deuces and peace out.